Hi.
Welcome to the Strings Attached Mother and Daughter Knitting and All Things String podcast. I'm Mallory.
I'm Freeda.
And today we've got these FOs. We both have our Winter League pullovers finished. This is something that we both knitted for our current make-along that's going on right now. And that was still going on, knit anything by 2 of Wands, or make anything by 2 of Wands, because she has crochet patterns as well. So we did these. It's a super quick, bulky project. So if you still want to participate, it's going on until the end of February.
You can get it done.
If you wanted to make the sweater, you can get it done.
Yeah.
Couple weeks, you could have it done for real. It's quick. So we'll talk about those more here in a little bit. I have 2 kids' baby blankets done. One that I showed already and a brand new one. And then I've got some continuing whips that I've shown, more progress made on those. And then my design is back out, if anybody remembers that from like last year. I've got it back out. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, got the ball rolling on that again. So I'm excited to just execute that, my plan in my head and actually do it. It's been in my head for a long time. So, okay, what do you got?
I've got one major whip I've been making for what, 2 years?
Probably.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. At least a year.
At least a year and a half, I bet.
Yeah.
And I've started a fun little thing for the girls for Easter. I've got a quilt top that I showed the block last time, but I've got the quilt top done, all pinned and ready to quilt.
Cool.
And I got another one ready to quilt, pinned, and I have FOs, but they will be shown in pictures.
Picture form.
2 sisters. I have an African and a sweater, and my sister-in-law a quilt.
Cool. Quit banging the table.
Every
time the camera shakes. Okay, so let's get going on our FOs. So, first let's talk about these. So again, these are the Winter League pullovers by 2 of Wands. We use the recommended yarn, which is Hue Plus Me, which is a 5.
I think so.
And it's by Line Brand. You can get it at like Joann Fabrics. You can order it from Line Brand. It's just an easy to find good yarn. It's a wool acrylic blend. I used Juniper is the color I use. So it's like a dark, I think it's like a huntery green. And
mine's Agave.
Well, this is Agave. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I think it is a bluish green.
Yeah.
And you think it's a greenish blue? Is that
no,
right? I don't know.
I said that, but I was wrong. It's a bluish green because I feel it's more green than it is blue. And yours has got green and blue in it.
I can't remember.
Because Juniper is like a blue shrubby.
It is. And Agave is what they make tequila out of, and it's like a bluish, greenish blue. I don't know.
Oh, well, we like them.
Yeah.
And they're not really super hot. They look bulky, like they'd be really hot.
No, they're not.
They're not. I mean, I'm a little warm right now. It's not.
The sun is warm. It's only like, what, 47 or something out today?
Yeah, my house maybe it's too warm.
But
yeah.
Yeah, they're not hot. And they're not itchy.
No, they're not itchy. I have a t-shirt under, but the sleeves aren't itchy.
Yeah, I have a tank top on, which honestly is the tank top's bothering me more than the sweater. And my necklace is kind of bothering me, but they're not bulky. Like I felt like I might feel frumpy in this, but no. Just feels like it just feels like I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
It's a little bit frumpy, maybe. Mine maybe is a little bit. I don't know. No, but I think it looks okay.
Like just a crew neck sweatshirt. That's what I feel like I'm wearing.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. Yeah. So
it's a great pattern.
It is. Highly recommend. It's great.
I like it.
I like this a lot better than the Autumn League.
In fact, we both want to make another one out of different yarn.
Yeah.
Maybe
like a Rowan.
Yeah.
A really nice wool.
Soft.
I mean, this yarn was fine.
Yes.
And it was inexpensive and perfect for it. But yeah, I'd like to make a really nice one out of good yarn one of these days.
And it's so fast.
Plus, it's like, you know, you go to a really nice yarn store, you can't afford to buy a sweater's quantity of yarn.
Yeah.
So what are you going to buy? A skein of sock yarn? Then you have like 700 skeins of sock yarn by the end because
I'm not buying
you can afford when you go somewhere. I know, but you know, that was just an example.
Yeah.
Which I like sock yarn, but you know.
You usually try to keep up with them, but
I try, but I have a lot. But I really like to make sweaters. So when I go to a yarn store, I want to buy like a sweater. I want to buy something I can like really make.
Yeah.
But it's like $200 if you want to buy
good stuff.
Really nice stuff. So anyway, I could go to a nice yarn store and buy some really nice bulky yarn and have enough and not have to spend as much. And I could make this sweater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this mine only took 5 skeins.
That's true.
Not even. I mean, I didn't quite use all the last skein.
Yeah, I don't know how many yards.
And I even made it longer. I made it like 2 inches longer.
Yeah.
Than the pattern. So we both, so it calls for you to do this like faux seam down both the arm and the body.
Yeah.
So we're like going along and she's like, are you doing the faux seam? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it.
I didn't know what it was called. I said, are you doing that?
You have to purl there because you're in the round, but then you purl that stitch. And I was like, yeah, I'm just following what I'm just going to do what the pattern says. Just follow the pattern. So then we get it all done. And at the end, it's like mattress stitch the seam or the stitches on either side of the faux seam. And me and Mom were like,
I actually thought it was for the sweater to give if it was a little bit tight. That's what I thought it was, which I thought, well, I might need that. So,
but yeah, we're both like mattress stitch.
Mattress
If we had known they were going to have as a mattress stitch, we wouldn't have been purling it the whole time. So I need to make a note next time.
Thanks to read your pattern.
Yeah. Next time, don't bother with it because it was annoying. You got to that on each side. You got to that and you had to purl it.
Well, since it's so bulky, that might keep it from sticking out on the side or something.
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know. I mean, it kind of divides the front and the back.
I don't get the whole like structure thing. Will you quit doing that? Bang. I don't get the whole like structure thing.
Order in the court.
I don't want my pullover like sweatshirt feeling sweater to have this like boxy structure.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Let me know if you understand that. Leave a comment. We asked you guys to suggest things that we can do. So here's a question for today. Do you see the reason for that? Have you ever noticed the difference in a pattern that's like pieced and the structure? Does it really matter to you, to most people? I would like to know what the general consensus is about that because I don't care.
Well, we have two
I
people.
want it to be fitted. I want it to be soft and comfortable. I don't want it to be a square box.
We have two people that finished these.
Yeah. What do
It'd
you guys
be interesting. Yeah, to see, did you do the mattress stitch?
Yeah. I want to know, like, when a pattern is like, oh, this is for structure, does that, like, I don't care about that. Let me know if you care about that. Let us know that.
Let us know.
That could be our question of the day. Leave us a comment. So, okay. Anyway, that's enough about this.
Yeah.
We talked about it a lot. Highly recommend. And look how cute we are. Oh, we match.
We actually curled our hair.
We did. We match a lot.
We do. We don't always mean to.
We have a lot of the same, like, shirts and stuff. Especially there for a while, we were both into shopping at Cato.
Oh, yeah.
I'd come home and have a shirt, and Mom's like, oh, I just bought that.
Remember the wedding dresses?
What
The
wedding dress?
dresses to wear to Riley's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
She comes home with, oh, I got this dress. It's so cute. Blah, 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 blah. I said, I have the exact same dress upstairs.
Yeah, which luckily you didn't like the way it looked on you.
Yeah, it didn't fit me right, so it went back.
Yeah, because I bought mine like in Chicago. I was like, well, I'm not returning mine. Sorry.
Yeah, it looked good on her.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so that was our first FO. Do you want to go first on FOs or do you want me to? You have your pictures that you need to show.
The pictures will be in here.
Okay, we'll talk about your love note.
Okay, the love note is I made with Knit Picks.
Knit Picks Gloss Decay and a Loft.
I did not do a loft.
Oh, you didn't use it.
No, I didn't use it, but the color was Cranberry. I do remember that.
It was great yarn.
And it looked really cute. I was so nervous it wouldn't fit. Too little, too short. But she's a petite little woman anyway. And it fit her perfect.
I kept saying, Mom, Aunt Joy is short and petite. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, she kept saying that. And it was. And she loved it. She wore it. She wore it on her own without me asking her. And then
I'll show a picture over here.
And then she wore it the day that her and my other sister came and visited, and she had it on because she knew I wanted to take a picture of it. Oh, it looked really cute on her, and she had her hair all done up. It looked really cute. And then my other sister, I made an African, which I have shown.
Which is the Chic Chevron throw. We've made it a million times.
Yeah, and I have shown it, but it's finished and delivered, and we'll put a picture in here.
Yep.
And it's of, I love this yarn.
Yes, Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby yarn, and then there was one. The peachy color is
Yarn Bee.
Yarn Bee. Yeah.
Soft shell is the color. And she's going to make pillows out of that. She went to Hobby Lobby and bought that yarn, didn't she?
Well, I don't know if she bought that yarn, but she got the colors.
Oh, okay.
So that she might be making a pillow, but she might be just trying to match the yarns and maybe make those real poofy pillows.
Oh, yeah.
which I have,
I see.
I
Yeah.
have a pattern here. I'll show in a little bit. I might do that too.
Mm.
So, and then my holy quilt, the one I had to rip the fangs out, and it was just like holes on it last time.
Because you had this fabric that had like printed like scripture on it, because Janet would really like that. But then it was just awkward to try to fussy.
Well, and first of all, I didn't get enough fabric. Then I reordered fabric, and it was the wrong color. I ordered the wrong one. I thought, oh, I'll just try to find something. And what I had found was too white to match the rest of it. So then I ripped them out and put this other fabric I already had, and then I cut the rest of the little scriptures out in little squares, and machine appliqued them onto this other fabric, and then put those blocks in there.
Your quilter friend came over, and
yeah,
you got into your stash fabric, and you guys picked something out, and
yeah,
she
thought it would be good,
and so. it was perfect. It looked really good. Yeah, we'll put a picture of that up here too.
Yeah, she gave me ideas. So yeah, so that would be that, and it was for her. It was actually for Christmas and birthday. We had a surprise birthday party for her, and I give it to her then.
Cool.
That's my FOs.
That's all your FOs?
Well, I had this quilt top. Want to count that as an FO, or?
Nah, we'll just do that as whips.
Okay.
Okay, so FOs for me, besides this, last time I showed this blanket, I'm making 2 of these for my girls. I might switch up the stripe pattern a little bit, because I'm making 2 and I get bored making the same thing, but I finished it.
It's real pretty. They loved it.
Oh yeah, they love it. So this is, again, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. Just an acrylic. And this is the Chic Chevron through. I just made less. Just made about, like, I don't know, half probably of what the sister
I think you made 40 stitches less.
40 less, yeah. So it's really fun. The light blue, I don't know if you can tell, yeah, the sun's shining. It's sparkly. And then this is kind of a variegated. And I just thought it looked really cute together.
It does.
So yeah, I've got one more to make. I might do dark. I think I might do the dark blue on the top and switch the dark blue and the pink or something. I don't know. Anyway,
it'd be pretty.
I haven't started the next one yet. I've had to kind of quit crocheting for a little bit. It was killing me. Something about the way I hold my arm or shoulder or something.
She holds everything tight.
Yeah, but I don't even move my shoulder. But something about that like hurts right in here.
You must be doing something.
I don't know, but I had to quit for a little bit because I whipped this out in like a week. I think it took me.
On top of your next one.
Yeah, and then immediately, so my friend texted me and she said, how much, what would it take to get you to make a sweater for me to give to my brother and his wife? Because they're having a baby. Or not a sweater, a blanket. And I said, absolutely, I'll do it. Because I don't normally do things for people for hire. It's just not, it's not fun. Because you feel pressure. Are they going to like it? How much can I charge them? Because you're never going to, I mean, somebody asked me recently, how much would you charge me to make me a sweater? This is like a grown, I think it was a guy. I think it was, yeah, I don't remember exactly who it was, but I was like, you can't afford me. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I would love to have, it might have been Eric, I can't remember. He's like, I would love to have a sweater, a handmade sweater. Like, I'd pay for it. And I'm like, okay. And I was thinking of like using nice wool because he said he would like to have like a nice wool sweater, which you can buy wool at, I could buy cheaper wool, but still I was like, okay, well, it's probably about $28 a skein. It would take me like at least probably 6 or 7 skeins.
For a man, it'd be bigger.
Yeah. And I was like, do that math. He's like, okay, all right. And then I'm like, And then just off the top of my head, I figured out like, okay, if it takes me 7 minutes to knit a row and if there's 6 rows per inch, and then I was like trying to figure out like, I was, and then I was like, that'll be like almost $700. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, see, I told you. I don't think so.
You have to really like the well, you do.
He's like, I was thinking like $350. I'm like, I wouldn't do it for $350. No way.
The yarn's almost that much.
No way would I do a sweater for a grown man for $350.
No.
But anyway, for my best friend, baby blanket crochet, I can make one in a week. Sure, I'll do that. Only for her. So anyway, I made another Chic Chevron because they're so fast and easy. So this is, I love this yarn, Hobby Lobby, and I used Mom's.
Get out of here.
Get out of here is what Maggie always says. I used Mom's scrap leftovers from the lunch she made Aunt Gayle. So this is the soft shell again in Yarn Bee. And then the
Graybeard
was the Graybeard that she used. And then I ran out and I just found a random gray acrylic and finished it off with it. And you can't see the difference. I just found it in my scraps, so you can't tell the difference, so whatever.
And Ivory was the white.
Ivory is the white, which I used the rest of Mom's, and then I had to buy one more skein, and I only used like half of it, but still. But yeah, isn't that so cute? And I just made it up as I went. I just did single stripes up there, and then I was getting low on the soft shell, so I thought, well, I can't do the whole thing in stripes because I'll run out, so I just did white for a while until I thought it was enough. And I think it I love that.
I like the way it looks.
I think that's a really cute, like, to have that middle like that. And then since I did, you're crocheting in the back loop only on these. That way they kind of like stick out like that. So when you do a single stripe through the back loop, you have your gray pop on this side, you have your pink pop on this side.
Ah.
And I think that's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could do a whole blanket like this. We saw that the other day.
Yeah, we did.
If you did a whole blanket like that, you'd have one side like pink with a little bit of gray, and then the other side would be gray with a little bit of pink.
Cool.
That'd be cool. So anyway, yep, I think I'm just gonna charge her like $50. You know?
It's a friend.
It's a friend.
Family, actually.
Yeah. But don't get any ideas. I don't do this for hire.
Either.
This was just for fun, and I know her brother and his wife, and you know, I would probably make them something anyway if I was invited to the shower, which I don't think I am, so that's okay. But I would definitely make them something if I was, you know, giving them a gift, which I don't think I am, but you know, so $50 is fine.
Cool.
But anyway, that's it for me on FOs.
That's it for me.
All right, I'm out of breath. I'm
Hey,
hot.
yeah, you are. I'm pretty
I'm
hot.
hot. I'm getting warm.
Yeah.
It's getting toasty. That hot tea.
Let me open the window.
Yes. That'd feel great.
Okay.
Don't knock off your little
All my
glass little boots.
little boots.
These boots are not made for walking.
No.
Oh my.
That should help.
Yeah, that'll help. Okay. Whips. Let's do this.
Well, I'll do mine. Okay. You've all heard me talk about the picket fence.
Picket Fence by Laura Reinbach.
Whatever.
Reinbach?
Look. Bottom up, and I joined the sleeves. I figured that out all by myself. And I'm on there's 3 of these patterns up to here. I've got 1 pattern done, and there's 2 more, and the neckband, and I'll have it done by next time.
Yeah, you will. You'll be wearing it.
Yeah, I'll be wearing it next time.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah, because
I haven't
get
knitted
smaller
on
and
in the
smaller.
last 2 or 3 days, actually, just not very much.
Just get smaller and smaller now. That's the best thing about knitting bottom up.
It looks huge, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the way it looks in this position.
Right. Well, without a
It
neck,
may be a little bit big.
my sweater right now doesn't have a neck on it, and it looks huge too.
Yeah.
Without a neck, it just gapes.
So, I mean, that's...
You're just gonna have to be careful washing that because it's superwash and it'll.
It'll
It's
what?
okay. It'll stretch.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
get it wet,
I will
superwash.
be careful. But I made a sweater, that beginner's cable pullover, in the blue, in the same kind of yarn, and
Yeah.
it just kept getting bigger and bigger
As you wore it.
As I wore it, you know, a few times before I washed
Well, now
it.
we know why it was on closeout.
Probably. I threw it in the washer and the dryer. It's perfect. I mean, it fits good now, and so as it stretches and stretches, I'll do that again.
Yeah.
So it's fine. This is what this will look like at the top.
Oh, pretty. That's a good picture.
Yeah.
So the yarn is Cloudborn Fibers. Stormy Skies, I think?
I think it is. I have it out here. I was going to keep that.
A DK.
DK, and I had started the sleeves, because you do the sleeves, you know, separate. And I had done the sleeves with a Cloudborn. It was white. It was a little tiny bit off-white, but mainly white looking. And I did the sleeves, which is just
Couple little stripes.
that.
Yeah.
But it was a 4, and the rest of it's a 3. I forgot what I did. This is after I was thinking. And then this was 220
Cascade.
Cascade. It's a 3. 220 is a 3, right?
No.
It says it is on the paper.
What?
Light 3.
What?
220.
What the heck?
220 is light 3. So it's a
Interesting to
3.
me.
and the Cloudborn's a 3. So I'm using that in the yoke, and there's not any difference hardly in the color. So at least it's the same kind of yarn.
Side by side. Yeah.
They're both. They're not. It's. I mean, look, it's not.
You
different.
can't. Yeah.
And they're both superwash.
Yeah.
So they should do the same.
Yeah. I did not know. Well, 220. The non-superwash isn't a 3 because I've used it for worsted patterns.
Well, there you are.
I believe you.
220 superwash, light 3.
But the non-superwash, I could have sworn was worsted.
It might be. I don't know.
I did not know that.
So anyway,
Well.
I'm excited to get this far on this because I've always loved this sweater pattern.
Yeah,
the looks of it. But it was one I always just put down, and 3-4 months later I might pick it up and do a few rolls.
Yeah,
rolls. I'm just excited. I'm getting this far. It's like I'm getting done with all my Christmas finally.
Yeah.
And I'm just working on my own stuff. I'm trying to finish projects that I've got going, and after this one, probably the Tinder I'll start because it's springy.
You're in the final stretch.
I am in the final stretch. And the Tinder doesn't really have that much extra. I don't think it has that much to do.
Cool.
So, and then this, I showed these blocks last time. And I should have this done. I've just been dragging my feet on these 2 last quilts. I don't know what's the matter with me. But anyway, I'm excited about it because I love the way it looks. And this pattern is Harvest, and it's by, didn't we say Cozy
Cabin Designs?
Cozy Cabin Designs.
Oh man, I don't know if we can put it back up a little bit.
But anyway,
oh yeah,
you get the gist of it.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, and I've got it pinned with my lavender fleece, ready to quilt. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how I would quilt it. I don't know. I probably want these little tulip things to pop out.
So it's going to be a really nice couch throw.
Yeah, it's square. It would be a nice couch throw. It's not for the
fleece.
I anything.
The fleece on the background will make
I like the fleece ones. I tell people when I make a fleece one, wad it up, throw it in the corner.
Use it, yeah.
Use it. It's just soft.
Just a blanket.
It's just a blanket.
Yep.
It's not an heirloom.
Right.
So.
Well, we want people to use our stuff though.
Did I ever show this?
I don't know. Are you working on that right now?
I'm going to put a binding on it.
Oh, okay.
Let me show it.
I don't know.
This is something I made a long time ago with a
Here we go again.
jelly roll.
Jelly roll again.
And I learned this at a quilt store, show quilt.
Flannel?
Yeah, whatever you call
flannel?
it. It's flannel. But you take a jelly roll and you sew them all together. You start sew them all together. Then you half it and you sew more on until you get this big long stripy thing. If that makes any sense.
No,
well,
that's okay.
All right. Then this one particular, and you cut it, both sides, and you flip that piece, and it just makes a cute little design in it. And then I appliqued this little flower on it.
Was that part of the pattern, or did you make that up?
No, I made that one up.
That's cute.
Yeah.
How cute.
I just found the pattern or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, it's been so long ago, I don't have any of this fabric. So I'm just going to bind it in this yellow. I thought that would kind of...
Yellow.
Yeller.
Then it's got purple flannel on the back, right?
Yeah, purple flannel.
That could be a nice soft thing to lay under too.
Yeah. So I think
my girls will love that.
They will. And it'll just be something to throw around here. And I think it's springy.
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
So it'll be like for spring. And then maybe I'll get my
It's quilted with like sunflower shapes.
Oh, it was. Yeah. I don't even remember who quilted it. And then I want to get my tulip one that I made last year quilted. And I'll have 2 spring quilts.
Cool. All right.
Okay. This one. I cut out. See this little brown bunny right here? Okay. I had a bunch of purple.
Cute.
These left over. So I've got 2 bunnies cut out. So I'm shooting for Easter on those. And I went and bought my backing for that one purple quilt that I just showed. It was too little. I got it pinned on there and there wasn't enough from around the edges. So I just cut bunnies out of it and made, and bought some more. So anyway.
Yeah. They're going to love those. I guess I don't need to buy them a bunny then. They already have them.
Well, it's a different kind of bunny. You'll want your kind of bunny to put in an Easter basket.
I might buy like a little bunny. They like little stuffed animals right now, so I might do that.
Those we seen yesterday would be nice.
Cracker Barrel. Yeah, they got cute stuff in there. Only thing about that is they won't go on sale until after Easter.
Those were already on sale.
Those bunnies?
They were in that clearance.
Oh, those were from like Bambi or something. Those weren't like Easter bunnies. I don't know. Anyway, is that all your whips?
It is, isn't it?
Wow.
I'm not going to show my other knitting whips because I've not done anything.
Okay.
And
All right. Well, I'll show mine then.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I'm going to talk about my Zalktis Pullover. I've done a lot of knitting on this.
So pretty.
Yeah. And I've tried it on, and it is a little oversized, but it's not ugly.
It's supposed to be, probably.
And the bottom of it is going to, you go down 4 needle sizes.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to come in a lot. And it's a ribbing, so it'll come in a lot. So
Did you find needles at home?
No, I have to buy some. So I have knitted all of the solid gray since last time. Last time I showed it, I was just, literally like one row.
These
beyond.
things right here really pop out.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So I've knitted, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches in just plain stockinette. I didn't do any side shaping. I decided not to because it was down too far already. I don't know.
Yeah, you forgot to.
Well, I could have still did it once I remembered I was going to, but then I decided it was down too far and it's, I don't know. So I've tried it on and it's fine. So I am ready to put the ribbing on, and it's 3.5 inches of ribbing.
Size 2 needle.
Size 2 needle. So I got to go buy a size 2 needle because I don't have any. But, oh, that's so pretty. I love it so much. And then it's got a big turtleneck on the top, and that'll bring that neck in.
Oh, yeah.
Make it a lot nicer. I think I'll do the neck before I do the sleeves. Lainey, hush. Anyway, that is my Zalktis Pullover by Zanete Knits. Lainey, is there a UPS man coming? There's the wind.
It must be a train.
Beagles.
Train. Could be a train.
She's such a
She barks
chicken.
at the train.
She barks at the wind. She barks at everything.
Everything.
I mean, I could stomp my foot on the floor and it'd freak her out right now.
Yeah.
She thinks somebody was invading the
I
house.
did hear something.
Yeah,
I guess a train.
there's a truck or something going by. Who knows? Okay, so the yarn I'm using for this is Rowan Moordale in Ash, I think, and Blue Sky, no, Woolstock fibers. Oh shoot,
No, blue sky, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I have the things.
The pink is blue sky, I thought.
I can't remember who they are right here.
I don't even know
You're
why.
right. Oh, Woolstock worsted. Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock worsted in crystal, quartz crystal is my pink. And then the Rowan is the Moordale ash. And you know what? For being Rowan, I have had to cut and restart a number of times. There's knots where the yarn was broken and they knotted it together. And it's like a knot with like ends. I mean, you can't hide it. So I had to cut that and start over. I'm like, this is Rowan. It's supposed to be good yarn. What are we doing here? So, but anyway.
Anybody knows why, let us know.
You know what? I mean, I know it's probably because there was something there that they had to get rid of, but it's disappointing. But anyway, I still love it. It's still great yarn. I would use it again. Jamie from Cozy Up Knits had knit a sweater in that same yarn, and she said she loves it.
I wonder if she had knots.
I don't know. Jamie, if you see this, will you let us know? Okay, that's my major whip right now. And I had to stop on it because I don't have any needles and I gotta go to town and get some. My next whip, which I think I'm literally about to do the toe and be done with this, well, the one sock. But I actually wore my Obata socks today so I could see how long they are. Because I couldn't remember where I stopped last time and I want to make them exactly.
Oh, that's really pretty.
So this is my newest Obata sock. This is my 3rd pair. I love these socks. Obata by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. It's a nice, this little texture. And I never saw this in it before. Like I've made these, like I said, I've made 2 pairs of these already. I've never looked at it this way, but on this particular yarn, I see diagonal stripes. Do you see the diagonal stripes going down?
Oh yeah.
With the pattern? That didn't stand out to me on my previous 2 pairs. So maybe it's just something about this yarn makes that pop out. But isn't that pretty? It almost looks like mermaid.
It
does. A mermaid tail.
It looks like scales.
Yeah, especially with that yarn. So anyway, this yarn is the Yarn Painter from Bloomington, Indiana. Blue Paradise is the colorway. But yeah, it's gorgeous. This is the yarn. So pretty. And yeah, I think I'm ready to do the toe, and it's going to be an umbrella toe, which I prefer versus the like tapered. I don't like those kind very well. This one's like an all around, kind of like a hat. It like comes up to a peak, and then you just have like 8 stitches that you have to graft together at the end. But yeah,
Really
I love
pretty.
it. I can't wait. I've tried it on. It fits perfectly.
That'd be pretty at Easter.
So soft. It is really, it's beautiful. I love it.
I wish I liked making socks.
I wish you did too, because they're so nice. It's a small project. I can carry this anywhere. I took a sock on the plane with me when I went on the plane.
I did kind of like my Christmas sock, but that we were discussing that a while ago. Maybe I don't like the
I think
yarn.
it's about the yarn.
I don't like the yarn on the one I have started. I need to just table it.
And also the pattern, because that I've enjoyed so much.
Maybe I might do that pattern.
Yeah, and I have enjoyed that pattern way more than any of the other socks that I've made. I don't know, it keeps you going. It's like a repeat of 16. It's like you do 8 and then you do 8 more, but you like offset them. So it ends up being a repeat of 16. So you're like, oh, just gotta get one more section done and then I'll quit. It kind of keeps you going. So, okay, those are my 2 like real whips. And then my design. So I am designing a scarf. It's a Scottish thistle scarf. And I had it all, I had all this done before. So I'm gonna fold that in. So it'll have a picot. I'll fold that in and sew it down. It'll have a picot edge like that at the bottom. That's gonna be the bottom of the scarf.
It's pretty.
And then I did Latvian braid, and then this little collar work, and then another Latvian. And then I have this whole section knitted with a big Scottish thistle on it. And I did it, I hate intarsia. Hate it. I do. I don't like all those little pieces. I can never, ever loop the yarn right. I can't. I watch tutorials and it's like, that looks so easy. And then I go to do it on my project and I'm like, where is the yarn? Where's this supposed piece that I'm supposed to have right here? Like, it's not there. Where is it? So I don't like it. It's way too hard. I don't ever want to do it again. Props to you if you are good at it, because I'm not. And you know what? I feel like I've like mastered everything else. I don't have to master intarsia. It does kind of.
If you need help with intarsia, you could go to our friend Cindy.
Yeah, she is good at it.
She's good at it.
Yeah, it does kind of bother me.
Really want to do
it really does kind of bother me that like I can't do it.
And she would love to.
And I can do it. I've done it before, but it never doesn't look as good as what I think it should.
Not as neat.
No.
Blobby.
Yeah. It's blobby. I don't like it. So, but it bugs me that I can't do it. Anyway,
you may have to just do some
practice swatches.
Practice swatches.
I hate swatches.
Remember that dog swatch I did that one time?
You did it just fine. I can't do it. Anyway, so I was doing intarsia, and then I thought, no, I'm not doing this. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to carry the yarn because it's in the round. The scarf's in the round. I'm just going to carry the yarn I'm not using around. Well, then you could see it. You could see it speckling through, and I hated that. And I just didn't like the way it looked. It was just this big thistle on a white background. I didn't like it. So I ripped all that out last night.
It didn't look good with the white. It just didn't look
Nothing looked good about it. So last night I ripped it all out. Then I spent all night last night figuring out what I wanted to do. So I downloaded this program, an app, for $1. And you can make a knitting chart. You can number them and you can put your collar in, whatever you want. So I was up till like 2 a.m. last night.
Oh no.
Making my knitting chart because I got hooked on it. You know how I love like Cricut too? I like the designing.
She likes the designing.
So I got into it and I was going. So here's my knitting chart. Here's what it's going to be. So this is my whole scarf. So imagine this like in the round. That's what it's going to be. So this is the whole thing.
You have the right amount of stitches?
I knew I had 80 stitches, so I just made myself an 80 stitch thing, and then I just figured it out.
Okay.
I divided it by, I figured out what 80 was divisible by, and it's divisible by 16.
Okay.
And I thought, well, that I can do a thistle in 16 stitches.
Yeah.
So every thistle is 16 stitches, and then I just hooked them together, and I think it's going to look cool.
That looks cool.
But you never know until you actually knit it. So this is what I'm doing now. Here's my thing, and I'm this far.
Well, so far so good.
So yeah, I'm just going to do little thistles all the way around. And then the rest of the whole part, the body of the scarf really is going to be cables. And I already have that designed in my head. I already know what I'm doing with that. So anyway.
And then you do the same thing on the other side. Backwards.
Yes, backwards. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then when I get done, I will sew those picot edges down and block it and lay it flat and block it. And I think it'll just lay that way. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to like tack it or anything. I'm just going to let it.
This would make a pretty hat too right there.
That would make a pretty hat. Maybe I'll make a matching hat when I'm done.
That'd be really pretty.
Make a set, you know. So I'm not a designer. It's not this is my first thing. I've like added aspects of designs into other people's designs, but I've never just flat out designed anything. So it's challenging, but I like it. So
I can see where it's going now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having fun with this, and I think I'll at least have the collar work done by next time, because I'm excited, and I'm kind of on a roll. Might have some of the cables started if I like what happens. So we'll see about that. The yarn, I can't remember what I'm using.
Did you purchase enough for the whole scarf?
Yeah. I can't remember what it is.
Because this would take a lot in a cable.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what this yarn, I think it's Cascade. I think this is Cascade 220, like standard well,
it looks heathery. Is it?
Well, they have a lot of different ones. I don't know what this is. It's not 220 Superwash because it's not in those little, it must be, I just don't know what this
Maybe
is.
this is the worsted.
What did I buy? I don't know. I'll have to look back. I don't have any of my tags or anything, so I'll have to look back at what that is. No, that's not it.
Oh, well.
I don't know. But it is, I think it is a Superwash. I do think it is a Superwash. But it's nothing like super expensive or anything. It's just kind of
It's going to be very pretty.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I was excited about my little app that I came up with. That was fun. I had fun with that.
So now you have it, and you could design something else if you want.
Yeah, if I don't like the way that looks, I'll modify it.
Yeah, or
I have
design something for the girls or whatever.
I have the grid. Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Yeah, I can.
You
It's
know,
only $1, so
if you wanted
It's worth
to do a intarsia, the little sweater I made Isabel, that owl sweater,
I've made that owl. Yeah, I've done that before.
that's intarsia.
I know. I made those sweaters. I made 5 of them, and I did not enjoy that.
The owl sweater? Oh, you made all those.
I used the owl and put it into a different sweater.
Oh, okay.
But I made a lion, an owl, a
Yeah, you
raccoon, a
Cow.
a horse. Yeah. And I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to like it. I want to be good at it, but I'm not.
I want to like socks, but I'm not good at it either.
Nobody's good at everything, right?
I'm
It just
not.
bugs me that I can't get it. It bugs me.
You'll get it eventually.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, those are my whips. All right. Mom wants to talk about future knit. So tell me.
Okay.
Tell the story.
Last time I said I want to make a Christmas sweater, and I bought yarn last year.
Last time.
Well, I've had
We
the
talked
yarn
about this
for
last time? No.
Yeah, I said in a future knit, I wanted to make a Christmas sweater.
Oh,
That was all I
I don't
said
remember you
last
saying
time.
that. Okay.
Okay, but anyway, the other day, I was trying to, on my way to town one day, I had this design in my head. This is how I want my Christmas sweater to look.
Mm-hmm.
So it's red at the bottom. I wanted like little, maybe snowflakey things, and then green trees, and maybe some more snowflakey things. So because I've got green, red, and white.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she says, I've seen a sweater like that before. But the one you showed me originally, it wasn't the right one. And she kept looking, look at this. I see I can't show some stuff. I said, there it is. That's as close to anything.
Here, let's hold it up even closer.
There it is.
Yeah. That's like exactly what she described to me almost.
But it's better because it's at the cuff. It's got a little design. And,
And it's already made. It's already designed. So you don't have to...
Yeah, and it's already...
Because I said, Mom, how are you going to do the decreases on the yoke with the design? You're going to have to figure all that out. It's going to be harder than you think. And then, there it is. Already done.
I was just hoping to find trees, in a yoke already. That's all I was hoping to find. Then you could add some little dots.
So it's just called Christmas Sweater, and it's by Eva,
Goodness.
something I can't pronounce. It's on Ravelry, and it's called Christmas Sweater by Eva something. I'll type it here, but I cannot pronounce that.
But it is bottom up, which I just did. I'm doing one bottom up, and I got along pretty
You
good.
can do it. Yeah.
And my Jenny jacket's bottom up.
I'm worried about you on the Jenny jacket.
Well, that's after I do my tender. I'll worry about it.
I'll have to help you.
Yeah, you may have to help me. So anyway, my sister.
What? Different project now.
Different project.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a future knit.
These are future knits, yeah.
My sister, I gave her the Afghan, so she wanted all the colors, and I gave her all the colors and where it was and blah, blah. And she's thinking about making pillows. She sent me like a pattern, which was really pretty. So I want to make a pillow, but I want to make it out of that great big yarn so that the pillow is real poofy. Because they're so popular right now. You see them everywhere. So this was the one that, doesn't even show up. Anyway.
Funky chunky.
So I may try this one.
By the third piece.
Yeah, and I don't know, it calls for Funky Chunky by this place, and I don't know what size of yarn that is exactly.
Oh.
It might just be what they call chunky yarn.
It looks big.
But
Is it crochet?
No, it's knit.
Herringbone?
Isn't it knit? Yeah, it's knit. And it's big yarn because it uses size 19 needle.
Oh my, yeah, it's huge yarn.
So I don't know if it's what they call blanket yarn. I'll look up this yarn and see what they call it.
They have some really fun yarn at like Joann's that's like a 1/2 inch wide.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, what would you do with that? I mean, it looks interesting, but yeah, size 19 needles, it better be big. That's like a Sharpie marker.
It says
Around.
10 stitches for 4 inch.
Or a Crayola marker, big.
It might be that real.
Never even heard of a size 19 needle, ever.
I have some really large needles up there. I don't know if I have that one, but my friend Sue gave me a whole bunch of big needles.
That'll be fast.
I don't know.
Project.
I thought, well, that would be kind of cool because they're in style right now. Everyone's putting them on their couch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
you can buy them probably a lot cheaper than I can make them, but
oh well, it's fine.
Yeah.
But we can buy everything we make a lot cheaper.
Well, yeah.
So.
But anyway, that's my 2 future knits.
Cool.
So.
All right.
You have anything?
My future knits are just I'm working on my design. I have a lot of things in my head that I want to start, but really what my sweater that I'll start next is my next Fleece and Harmony yarn sweater. I showed it last year.
Yeah, it kind of feathers over.
It's a Jennifer Steingast pattern. I can't remember what it's called, but I will, once I get Zalktis done, I'll probably start on that. And then I also want to order more Fleece and Harmony yarn and make another Jenny jacket for my mother-in-law. So I told her I would try to have it done by this coming fall. I made her a sweater last year for Christmas. Didn't get it to her until like March.
I have it.
Then it was too big for her. She tried, but it was just too big for her. She gave it back to me, and I did not like the gauge. It wasn't really it's the Felix cardigan, and the gauge is just so big on that and so loose, and it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like that.
But I like it.
She loves it, so she ended up with it. Now I gotta make my mother-in-law. I don't have to, but I want to make her.
She'll love.
And she loved
Jenny jacket.
She loved my Jenny jacket, so I'm making her a Jenny jacket. So I will be.
Just make it small enough this time.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna make like the XXS. She's so little. But anyway, I have a lot of Fleece and Harmony projects coming up because I just really enjoy that yarn, and yeah. And then socks. I have socks in mind.
You have that other sweater to finish too, that gold one.
Yes, I do. That is in a boring stage right now. It's just stockinette stitch. I need to force myself to knit an inch a week. Just an inch a week. I can do that. That's 1 night a week I can knit. 6 rows a night, and that's an inch. 6, 7 rows. I don't want to do that. But I need to.
Well, even if you did a 1/2 inch, just do something.
It's a fall colored sweater, so maybe I'll get more inspired more toward like the end of the summer to knit on that.
Yeah. Of course, I want to do this Christmas sweater, but I also have really pretty yarn that I bought in Michigan. And I think the pattern that I bought, because they had it made, was Fireworks. Yeah. But I don't remember who it is.
Either.
That would probably be my next one when I get the other ones done. But I'm just trying to finish some stuff.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that we really wanted to talk about today. I think we talked about everything I had in my head.
You didn't write it down, did you?
I didn't. But our addition, so okay, we asked you guys last time, leave us suggestions on things you'd like to change. Most people just said, don't change anything.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you for that. It was very complimentary and we appreciate that very much. We're not going to change anything. Don't worry. This is us. This is what we do. It's what we enjoy. We're doing this for the fun of it. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to take anything away. We just thought we might add a little bit more about us and our life to just enrich what more encompassing, you know? Because I love like the Bakery Bears, and they add things in. Like he does the walks. He goes all
he has
around.
a really nice series going on right now.
It's beautiful. And then she does cooking, and she does dyeing yarn, and different aspects of their life, of things that they enjoy and they do. And it's kind of like you get to know them as a person. That's what we kind of want to add. It's just like putting more things about us out there so that we can kind of all feel like we know each other. Make knitting friends, because there's not that many knitters, in our daily life. Most people can probably relate to that. So you have this knitting community, and you want to kind of get to know each other. That's all. So this time, we went to my sister Laura's house. We took the girls over there one afternoon, and she has sheep. Quite a few sheep.
Yeah.
And they're not wool sheep. They're called hair sheep, because they don't have like wool. They have hair. And
they're for eating.
They're for eating. And they don't know the name of the specific breed that they own. But she's like, I don't know, they're hair sheep. So, yeah. Anyway, we went over there, and they have how many babies? How many lambs?
5. They have 2 sets of twins, and then
an extra one. So, because I think sheep, it's very common for them to have twins.
I think so.
So anyway, it's so cute, and my girls got to like pet the little lambs. It was so fun. And so on the very first episode of Strings Attached that I did by myself, just to see if we could figure it out at all, I talked about how the episode's about strings, or the podcast is about strings. Everything's strings. Well, instruments have strings as well, some of them, and the ones that our family plays have strings. So Laura is a fantastic piano player. Fantastic. And I talked about having her play a little tune that she writes music and stuff for, for fun. And we never did it. We haven't done it. And this is our 3rd year now. We started in 2020. So she's like, don't get my face. I don't have my makeup done.
We kind of surprised her. She wasn't.
We're like,
really
surprise,
thinking about
you're playing the piano today. So anyway, I didn't get her face straight on because she told me not to, but her piano is really cool. So she has a keyboard, so it doesn't really have strings, but her husband and her bought this old piano.
It's an antique, like 1800s.
Old. It's not
really old.
It's not a grand piano. What is it? It's not an upright piano.
They might call it a grand piano back then, but it's kind of like an upright piano.
But it's more flat.
Like something.
It doesn't stand upright.
It's
like a flat box. I don't know.
Like you'd see in a parlor, an old parlor or something.
An old saloon.
An old saloon. I don't know. It's really cool.
They bought it, and he's really good at all kinds of stuff. So he was gonna fix it and make it work. Well, I think it was beyond
the keys and stuff.
Beyond repair, really. So he took the keys off and inserted her keyboard into this piano. It's really cool. So you can see it when I'm going to show a video here.
And it really matches their house, and you'll see why when we show the
So their house is all is it Civil War era?
Well, I think the area, the barn and some of the things would be more Civil War, and early 1800s is what they like.
Okay.
So their house, I could be wrong, but I think it was made from a French Creole style. Creole style house. That's all I know.
It's got a big, long, sloped roof. And it's really cool on the inside and stuff. He built it, designed it, built it. He builds everything. So anyway, we filmed her playing the piano, and it's a song that she wrote. So she's just sitting there playing it. No music or anything. It's amazing. I don't know how she does that. And then I took some footage of the girls and the sheep, and we have it put to her song. So please enjoy that. It's about 6 minutes long, I think. So I put some pictures at the end too, pretty pictures of the girls that I took that day. They actually stood long enough to let me get their picture without a blur of them moving in the background. And I have a really good picture of Laura holding a lamb. So enjoy that, and finish up your make-along projects, or start and finish your make-along projects, because I don't think we will have a podcast before it's over.
No, probably not.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's this week.
Yeah, it's in 3 days. So, yeah, I think we usually do every 3 weeks or so. So,
it'll be the end of February, the 1st of March before we do.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do the podcast and then also have a winner.
Maybe you'll have an extension.
Maybe.
We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for those who have put. There's only been a couple that have posted anything on Instagram. I'll put the hashtag here as well for you to use. But if you go to our Instagram page, it's easy to find on there. So anyway, have a good day and a good 3 weeks, and enjoy the sheep and the piano. Bye.
Bye.